Hello, welcome back to the Flashing Badger podcast. My name is Gordon. I'm joined again this week by my friends.
Fitz.
Wegs.
And Mike.
We lasted 4 seconds.
What Fitz?
Do you know where we are? I was going to say Wegs because
You forgot your name.
never pointed to me first. This is why I'm writing on a card for you, so you know your own name.
Can you please send me Fitz? I want that to be my message tone in every message is making now.
I tried to power through. I was in my head. I was waiting for Wegs
Did
to
you
come
hear
out.
my voice crack halfway
I looked
through?
up, you're pointing at me, I panicked, I went to say Wegs, remembered I'm Fitz. Surely he means Wegs.
Okay, here we go. Hello and welcome to the Flashing Badger podcast. My name is Gordon. Joining me again this time are...
Fitz. Wegs.
And Mike.
Thanks very much for coming back. You are listening to part 2 of Everyone is John. If this is your first episode, welcome. But I would suggest go back and listen to part 1 first. Players find themselves on what used to be a secret mission, but now it's devolved very rapidly into a spy farce where they're trying to stop the fiendish Baron von Coldheart from unleashing a doomsday weapon that could spell the end of the entire world. Cue the music.
Flashing Badger.
And now you're back with us. Thanks very much. I'd like to start by reading out a 5-star review we got from Spotify. This one's from Badger Mike, and it says, "Guys, great podcast. Can't believe you don't have a million listeners. My favorite is Mike. He is also very handsome." So thanks, Badger Mike, whoever you might be. Appreciate that review. Last time you left us, the team had just fallen asleep in a posh hotel overlooking some alpine ski slopes in their pursuit of Baron von Coldheart, while Agent Klingback gave them very sternly the cold shoulder. It's an alpine joke in there somewhere, but I'm not sure what it is. As you recall, they all had a certain amount of willpower that they could bid to gain control. And technically they're supposed to have run out of that, but I decided this was too fun, so we're just going to continue. Everyone's go back to 10 willpower and we'll start all over again and see what an absolute mess they can make of today.
We need a fresh start because we're losing this, and he has a
Horrendously.
doomsday weapon apparently.
I think the world's in for total destruction.
Yeah.
Dire peril.
Last time, if you haven't heard episode 1, it featured such highlights as an elderly woman being keto flipped into a roulette table, a snake being forced through the air conditioning vents of a van, and a man forcing his bed through a very narrow doorway into a neighbouring hotel room in an attempted seduction. So check it out. As day breaks on the hotel, the sun comes up, the sun reflecting off the bright white snowfields, lighting the roof of the room as your eyes slowly flicker open. And because you're gaining consciousness, let's all bid for control of John.
One from me.
One from me. Oh, one from me.
All right, so they remain on the table and everyone do a bid. Okay, so Mike, you've bid 2, but everyone else has still bid 1. So, Mike, you're going to start with control. Probably fitting, seeing as you made such a mess of the previous night.
No one else will even need another go. Look out, Nikolai. It's a fresh day and Bop is here.
So you wake up just as Agent Klingback is coming out of the ensuite bathroom there, and she's sort of toweling her hair dry, and she's dressed in a bright coloured snowsuit, which is like pink and peach coloured on the arms and very padded. She looks like one of those toddlers that you see out in the snow where their proportions are all messed up, like a Michelin man. She's like, "Oh, good. I'm glad you're up, Agent John. We need to hit the ski slopes. I know that Baron von Coldheart is having a secret meeting with his salesman or his bidder before the arms auction that's going to be underway. Need to get there and surveil him and see who he's meeting with. See if we can identify the buyer."
You'll have to repeat yourself, Agent Mousetrap. I couldn't hear you over how bright your outfit is.
Wouldn't the joke be how loud your outfit is?
What did I say?
Bright.
Couldn't hear you over your brightness. Hold up. I've got this.
You'll get there. Come on.
Listen to me, Agent Mousetrap. I think you need to repeat yourself. I couldn't hear you over how loud your outfit is.
And she does a little
To the buffet!
and she's really on her way out. I'm sure you're going to You can change into your snowsuit before you go outside,
I do. I change into my snow attire.
which, if I recall correctly, is just a giant Union Jack flag design front and back.
Yes, that's amazing. But also has a snow leopard tail.
Fantastic. All right, so you make your way down to the buffet and like snowsuit of the fabric moving against itself as you go there. And what's Agent John's traditional breakfast in the field?
In this location, it is just all croissants. And I'm loading them one on top of the other, on top of the other. It is a very sugar-heavy breakfast.
And you've just driven a steak knife through from the top to
Yes,
make
to hold them.
a croissant kebab. Croissant. Make that work in the edit. All right.
I don't think anyone could make that work in any way. I'm sorry.
At least I haven't forgotten my name today.
Once.
So make your way out onto the slopes and the sun's beating down. It's a beautiful, crisp alpine day, blue skies overhead. And it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, there's already a constant crowd of skiers coming back and forth. And quickly, Agent Klingback nudges you and she's like, John, look, up there, it's the Baron. And you look up and the Baron is wearing like a ski suit as well, and he's got his giant henchman next to him, and you can see now that he's got his eye patch on his left eye, and he's up the top of the hill. You can just make out in the distance, but you can't see. He's sort of slowly skiing down and seems to be talking to a few people as he comes down, but you can't tell specifically if he's conversing with anyone. You're gonna have to get closer. What are you gonna do?
I take a few steps forward and I'm walking through the snow. Crunch, crunch, crunch. And Agent Klingback is calling out to me. She's like, John, where are you going? He's this way. And I'm crunch, crunch towards this little cliff in front of me. She's like, John! And I just step off the cliff. And all of a sudden, boom, the wingsuit comes out.
Oh no.
And I catch this beautiful updraft, which none of it makes sense. And I can go shh, and I suddenly launch higher in the air.
You actually gain altitude.
Yes.
This sounds risky to me. I feel like you should roll me a check.
Sure thing, I can do that for you.
Okay, so if you roll, there's no skill that you have that relates to this.
Do you want to know
obviously?
which skill it applies to?
Yeah, go.
None of mine.
Yeah. So you can need a 6 to succeed, and you can spend willpower to boost your chances if you like. One.
I don't need it. Here's your 6. It's a 2.
So the updraft lasts for about 15 seconds before you do a full loop backwards and plummet into the snow, end up submerged to your shoulders exactly where you launched from.
Oh, I thought it was going to be the Wile E. Coyote print in the snow.
And we've actually met someone's obsession from doing that, so we'll...
Hey, it's Wegs. I've scored 3 points for skydiving sans parachute.
Yeah, we'll have to change control. So let's all bid for control, please.
One of you owes me. 0 from me.
1 from me. And 2 for Wegs.
Okay, so Wegs, you have control now as you get your emu-like head, ostrich, whichever one buries their heads. Ostrich. Like an ostrich, your head is buried in the snow and you quickly pull it out, shake the snow out of your ears. What's your plan now?
I'm back to Agent Sweetback. Listen, the snow was disorienting. What are we doing again?
Sorry, the snow's what?
Disorienting. I'll spell it for you
That's
later.
easy listening.
Yeah, I'm glad that Sir Sean's left us because he doesn't have to listen to that. She's like, listen, well, Agent John, we have to get. You can get close and try and plant the bug on Baron Coldheart, or we can try and surveil him with the spy goggles from a spy blind. But we're gonna have to get closer to find out who he's meeting with and find out where the arm sale's going down.
Right, well, let's do that. So I'm reverting to my normal accent so I can just talk. We trek through the nearby woods and try and sneak up on them surreptitiously.
Okay.
Not to get too close. We're not planting the bug. We're just keeping them under tabs. Just keeping them under surveillance.
Do you have any spy devices that are helping you?
There's my stealth skis, and They're remarkably like regular skis.
Yep.
But they're issued by the MI6.
And they're black.
And they're jet black.
So no one can
and-
detect them against the white snow.
True.
They can detect the man, just not the ski.
Yeah.
This man's just gliding across the surface. It's incredible.
The Union Jack is really distracting them from my skis. Yes.
It's true.
No, you know what? I'm going sans equipment. We're doing this old school. We're just going to sneak up.
Okay.
The red and blue from the Union Jack really.
Crunch.
No, I'm on skis. I've got like, and we're cross country skiing.
Oh, of
so
course.
right.
Yeah, so there's not crunch heavy. There's
Okay.
lots of. And because I've had such a sugar heavy breakfast, all the insulin's now worn off, and I'm like,
I like to picture as well, this is like 70-year-old
Yeah,
Yeah.
past his
Sean
prime.
Connery. This
yeah,
is the
that's
full, when they made him come back for that Never Say Never Again. Like, just he's out of shape, he's gone.
Yeah.
All right, you make your way up and you get a little bit closer, and from where you are, you can overhear Baron Nikolai von Coldheart. He's now yelling near the top of the slope. He's yelling to his henchman. And this is the very distinguished gentleman who last week was driving that van that almost put you off the edge of a cliff. This is Small Task. He's brute strength, giant shoulders. He barely constrained by his suit. And this time he's in a ski suit, which is just all like warning signs. It's just like all the road triangular.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like, I tell you, Small Heart, those agents will try and get me again. You must protect me. If you see any sign of the British intelligence, you must tell me. Small Task is like, peering around the bushes, but obviously with your advanced spy training, presume you're blending in.
Joke's on them. There's been no intelligence so far.
We've actively been acting as counterintelligence to our own side just by doing our jobs.
So what do you, are you just going to keep trailing him for a bit until you can...
No, I actually do have some equipment. I've got the listening device and a slingshot.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Brilliant. This couldn't possibly go wrong.
Literally could not go wrong. Please don't ask me to roll a dice.
Sounds risky though, so feels like you should roll for that. Talk to me about any skills that might help you.
Here comes that slam poetry.
I know you've got some. You've got one skill which I could very broadly define as technical, and one skill which is slam poetry, which I think you'll struggle with. Does your more technical skill help you at all?
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm going to need to roll a 6.
Okay, give me a roll. Now remember, you can spend willpower to boost your chances.
I don't have that much faith in my die rolling ability. I've rolled a 2.
Okay. So the bug leaves the slingshot, and to your horror, you see it flying straight towards Small Task's head. And as you dive down to the ground to try and make yourself small, you see it impact right on his left eyeball. And you hear this, "Ah!" as he points over at the stand of trees we're at. He's like, "Ah! Got me in the eye!" And we're going to roll, because you failed a test. We're going to do a re-establish control. So
He's
let's all
going
have
to
a
be
bid.
wearing a patch as well.
Cold Heart's like, I lost mine the exact same way.
Not how you feel, brother.
Bid for control, please.
I've
1 from me.
1, 2 from me.
And 0 for me.
Okay, so Fitz, you have control. So at this very moment, poor old Small Task is there pointing towards the stand of trees that you're lying flat on the white
Prone
snow in
on,
your
yep.
Union Jack jumpsuit.
Where's Cold Heart?
She's just a few steps behind you. She's in a...
No, Baron von
Oh,
Cold
sorry.
Heart.
Sorry. Oh, I thought it was yet another joke name. Sorry, Cold Heart's right next to Small Task.
Right.
He's peering into the trees now.
Oh, okay. So they're still on the snow, still on the slopes. I'm going to have to get close to them somehow. Do I have another non-eyeball?
How many listening devices does the CIA usually pack?
Well, I'm from MI6, so...
Oh, yeah, I know, but...
So 6.
right,
yeah. That's
makes
what it
perfect
means.
sense to
Yeah.
me. Sure, have another go.
We're from the land of the scouts. We always be prepared and carry 2.
Absolutely. So you're gonna follow the exact same method and slingshot another one at him?
Absolutely not. That's a ridiculous idea. I can't believe I would ever think of that.
Good.
I'm thinking they're looking at me. Is Kraken back with me?
Yeah. She's only a few steps behind you. She's in the approved CIA tactical concealment pose.
Right.
like back flat against a tree, trying to make herself really small.
Isn't she in bright pink?
Yeah, didn't say it was effective.
I say to Slingback, listen, you ski out of these trees, draw them. Draw Tiny Teddy, and Cold Heart down the slope. Make them follow you. Go. I'll come up behind, and my intention is to very, very sneakily and surreptitiously add the listening device to Baron von Coldheart.
Okay, so you're going to try and ski up close enough.
So I'm going
behind
to
him that you can
distract them with
by throwing
by back
short back and sides.
by short back and sides.
Yep.
And sneak up otherwise. So she's the distraction. Go.
Sure. So she launches herself out
Yeah.
of the stand of trees, and you see Small Tusk going, "Ah, it's to my eye!" And Baron von Coldheart's like, "Well, get her, you fool!" And out of nowhere, all of these henchmen in different coloured jumpsuits start skiing down from the you swear they weren't there a minute ago.
They weren't.
There's a guy in bright orange, and there's a guy. They seem to be in little clusters of different coloured jumpsuits. There's
Right.
some rank structure at play. It's like the deck of an aircraft carrier. You can't
Like
you can't-
Skittles coming down the hill.
they're all coming down in packs, and they've all got vaguely Eastern European looking submachine guns that they're firing from the hip as they ski down. But sure enough, all of them take off, and Coldheart and Small Task take off at the back of the pack as well,
Right.
down behind behind your colleague Agent Klingbeck.
Slight change of plans.
It's a little late for that.
Now, bear with me. This is going to get convoluted because that's what spy work is all about. Surely there's one of these henchmen with a machine gun that's a little bit slower skiing, a little bit slower making his pizza shapes than the other. One maybe off to the side, a weaker one on the flank.
And funny you should say that. There's one in this green jumpsuit who's like fiddling. He can't get his binding to lock in on his ski, and he's going, "Guys, my right one won't click in.
We all have our own strengths.
We do.
Can someone help me scoop the thing out?" And he's trying to use the barrel of the machine gun. He's like thumping it against the gun. He's holding it by the barrel, thumping the butt of the gun.
Told you
against
I
the-
wanted poles.
Yeah, God, I can't. I don't know how I'm beached. He's thumping it, trying to get the binding on.
All right. He looks like my guy.
Okay.
All right. I'm skiing sneakily while he's distracted by his binder, straight up to him and using all my spy training, knocking him out.
Okay. The classic spy knockout.
Yes.
All right. You got any skills that are going to help you here?
Well, I think I do have a skiing skill.
Okay.
Which is quite a high level skill. And the knockout could be something as simple as the old slide in, big snow, back of the ski, bang.
Okay. Well, you've sold me.
Told you it's going to get convoluted.
Absolutely. Sure. So you're looking for a 3+. You can spend willpower to make it more likely to succeed if you like.
Yes, I will.
Okay. How many are you going to spend? Just one? Or?
Just one.
So you need a 2+ to succeed now.
5.
Excellent. All right. So sure enough, you slide into it, and all this sleet ice goes up into his, and you can see as he's still working on this binding, and all this snow and ice goes up into his face. He's like, "Oh God, that hurts!" And just at that moment, your skis hit him, and you pin his skis to the ground, and he falls over, and he's submerged straight in the snow with his snow boots having snapped free of his skis, and you can see him now flailing on his back, and he can't get up. Before you give him the coup de grace stamp to the head, knock him out.
Wow.
He's just knocked out. He's resting. He'll be fine.
He's having a sleep.
Right. Now, this is where it gets convoluted. I think we're in for a quick costume change.
Sure.
So I'm going to use his outfit, which is just a onesie, easy on and off.
You're now in the lime green onesie. Yep.
Right. I'm going to get his costume off, or his outfit off, his uniform.
Yep.
And I'm going to trade it for mine.
You're
Not
leaving
trade it.
him naked in the snow.
Yep.
Can you put yours on him? He's going to get hypothermia.
He's going to die.
Hey.
We knock
when
him
he
out.
when he applied to be a henchman.
Whoa, where's this going?
No.
3 weeks ago, because he can't ski.
He lied on his
hasn't got his
resume,
ski
and
badge
now he's
yet.
been found
Well,
out.
he'd put him for the Caribbean base, and it turned out they were full.
I
so-
picture it's like G.I. Joe, and there's ones with all different skills, and he's
Yeah.
like the desert one.
Yeah.
They put him in this episode, and he's just like, why?
He's got called in for an OT shift because
Yeah.
someone was sick.
It's
Yes.
like, Agent Anchor Chain reporting. Agent Summit reporting. And he's like, Agent Sandstorm reporting.
Where am I?
Yeah. Why is it so cold?
None of this stuff is in my duffel bag.
He was English a second ago, but let's not worry about
That's
that.
all right.
Ever found yourself saying the wrong words?
Moist.
Squelch.
If you can't find the right words, you need hallway cards for all occasions.
Squirt. Yeast.
Hallway cards always have the right words inside, so you never get caught saying the wrong thing again.
Pustule. Flaccid.
Hallway cards, the right words.
Sure. Okay. So poor fella's
I'm going to
just-
dress myself up as one of their henchmen.
Okay. So as you're putting on his jumpsuit, you're like feeling the pockets and you pull out this like recent photo of his family and his wife and 2 kids. And that's folded up in a letter that says like, you know, dear Sean, I can't wait for you to come home and I'm sure you'll be able to resume your career as a concert pianist as long as nothing happens to your wonderful, beautiful fingers in that. I'm so sorry you have to go to the cold, but I'm sure it'll be fine. And there's a picture of his 2 kids and his wife holding a newborn baby. And yeah, that's fine though. If you want to just leave him in the snow, that's cool.
This may seem cold-hearted. I really can't do a Sean Connery, by the way.
No,
but
it's terrible.
What? I don't. He's no.
I'm trying to make
Hey, Honeyback is in serious trouble now.
Okay,
Everyone's after
sure.
it. I grabbed the machine gun. I've got my costume, and I'm skiing fast.
Yep.
After the group, including Baron von Cold.
I can't wait for her to shoot you because you look like a henchman carrying a submachine.
Now, because
No, so you, as you close up to the back of the pack, you can see she's now at the front and she's doing the classic like gun under the arm,
Yeah.
shooting backwards. And every time she fires, it's knocking a henchman down. So it started with 20 of them and there's probably 10 now.
but up the back is also
He's
Cold.
right at the back.
Yeah.
Baron von Coldheart and Small Task are right there.
So I have a skiing skill. I'm going fast. I'm getting past them, and I will ski very, very close to Coldheart.
Baron von Coldheart? Yeah.
And I will, as I brush past him, tap the very sticky listening device on him and keep going. So skillful that he doesn't even notice.
Okay.
With my
That's your skiing skill, is it?
Yes.
Surreptitiously planting a
Yes.
bug on someone who's skiing?
Yeah.
But it could be like a cool skiing buddy thing that you do. Like they're here if you need
Yeah.
as you tap him as
Yeah.
you come through.
You know the
you
old
do-
chop.
Passing left.
Yeah.
You do like a jump 360 as you go
Yeah.
past him just to really jam it home. Cool, roll a dice for me.
Oh, no.
So you need a 3+. You can spend willpower to make it easier.
No. 3.
Oh, well done. So the bug is successfully planted. And sure enough, Agent Klingback veers off and she seems to be gaining ground now on the pursuer. Still firing backwards. She's fired about 18 shots now without reloading. And henchmen are just falling everywhere. And the other skiers just seem to be sort of going about their skiing. They're skiing. People are still on the chairlift. Like nothing's really changed.
There's an instructional lesson going on as well.
There's
right
a group
near
of
you.
kids holding onto like a bit of rope behind an instructor, and she jumps over that. Henchmen do too.
I think that this might be a time to sidle up to Coldback and say to Coldheart, and say to him, in my best disguise voice,
Yep.
because I'm dressed as a henchman, thinks I'm a henchman. I can't do a voice. We should let her go. You've got that big teams meeting to get to.
A teams meeting where they bring teams together.
No, you've got that big meeting to get to, boss.
And he's like, "Oh, Sean, that's not like you. Usually you want to follow every lead down. I'm a little disappointed in you. But I suppose you are one of my trusted and dearest friends. How are Rosemary and the boys?"
They're good, sir. They're good. Can't
Oh.
wait to get back to practice my piano.
Well, yes, you will have to give us a small sonata when we get back to the lodge. That would be most excellent. I'm very proud of you, Sean. You've always been like a son to me. And I'm glad you've never been involved in any of the nefarious goods. You've really kept your conscience clean.
And no need to call me sir out here. Boss is fine out in the field with
Yes.
the snow and the friends.
Rosemary, I have greatest affection for as well, and she would just die if anything happened to you of a broken heart. Best of luck, Sean. Goodbye. And he just skis a few degrees away. You're only 3 meters apart now, but he's waving.
Yeah.
I love you, Sean. You've always been one of my favorites.
Well, now I feel bad.
Oh, now you feel bad.
26 minutes.
Okay. So so he's gone off.
You're breaking off pursuit.
Yep.
Okay.
Convince them all to break off pursuit.
Yep.
And I'm going to fall in with the pack
Yep.
in disguise, and we're going to go wherever
Okay.
we're going.
So you've left Agent Klingbeck to her own devices, and you're maintaining your disguise.
Yes.
Okay. They take you back to the staging point, and you end up back there, and everyone's taking their ski masks off, and I'm disrobing in the snow room. What are you doing now?
I think I'm just leaving mine on.
He's like, Sean, we're going inside for a bit. We're going to have hot chocolate. You could probably take your ski mask off, mate. It's not too cold in there.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Just my fingers are a bit cold. I might go warm them up in the drying room first. I'll meet you guys in there.
What, your face fingers? Doesn't make any sense. All right.
I've got to look after them. They're the money makers.
Sure. So they all make their way into the lodge, and you're still in the snow room there.
I quickly get out of my ski gear and I move off from the lodge, and I'm sure I have some sort of device that looks at where the movement's coming from.
Of course.
Yep, and I see where it is.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's a listening device you planted, isn't it?
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
That's when you said I plant the listening
I go
device.
to the surely Sean. I open Sean's work locker for his clothing, and there's his
So many
letter from his
photos.
mum.
Yeah.
A letter of acceptance. Letter of acceptance, Juilliard.
New York Conservatory of Music.
yeah.
And, Well done, Sean. We're sure you have a bright future ahead of you.
You know what?
You're the first of our family to go to university after the poverty that we grew up in.
And these are voices he can hear as he opens the locker. Like, was it coming
It's
from
like one of those
different
birthday cards that you open, except it's this 25-minute long
like a-
message from his mum. And if you shut it, it starts at the beginning again.
An old photo like him and his dad when he was a kid. He goes, "I've never said this to you before, Sean, but I love you. I'm proud of you."
If
As long
anything,
as you become the best concert pianist you can be.
if anything happened to you or your capability to play piano, I'd be completely broken and go back to alcoholism.
And whilst you're looking in the locker, someone who can't see the front of you does the like towel crack on your butt cheeks.
Looking good, sexy
Johnny.
Johnny boy.
I change into whatever clothes Sean's got there. I make them fit me.
Yeah, it's a lovely sort of turtleneck.
Yeah. And I manage.
It's in green because it
Do you
has to
know what
match
I
his
do?
squadron.
I manage to adjust this turtleneck to such a degree and effectiveness that it kind of covers my face a bit.
Oh, do you have a skill that would help you
I
with that?
actually do.
What?
No.
Yes.
Sure.
One of my skills is costume design.
And tailoring, sure.
Costume design and tailoring. So I tailor this so while it does look like I am Sean.
Yeah.
In fact, whilst I'm doing that as well, I also, I make myself look like Sean. I've got enough photos of him and his family now that I can brush my hair and I can fix up my face and my costume.
power of
to
costuming.
look exactly like him.
He had a very similar mustache.
You comb, instead of your mustache being combed to the left, it's combed to
Yes.
the right. And they're like, oh, it can't be him.
I've got glasses on. No one can recognize me.
Roll, this sounds risky to me. So roll me a dice. You do have a skill, so it's just going to be a 3+. Do you want to spend any willpower?
Oh, do I want to spend? Yeah, I think that I do. I want to make sure that this one lasts. I think we're on to actually getting this quest done.
Yes, I'm shocked and stunned that you're displaying actual spy work.
There you go.
You rolled a
2.
2 and you spent 1 willpower, which means you've passed. That's very canny. Well done.
There you go.
So, sure enough, you glance back up in the little mirror inside the locker and you're almost shocked at your own appearance, how much you look like Sean. So it's like you're John Travolta and or Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
First one, and then the other.
It's in quick
Did you know for
succession.
the ease of filming, like John Travolta would just be John Travolta, but play Nicolas Cage's character?
Nah, it
Like
doesn't-
they didn't put John Travolta makeup on Nicolas Cage.
Doesn't sound right. I wouldn't have thought that's the way it's done. Leave it to the experts, pal.
Is that for Pulp Fiction?
Chasing Amy.
Why has there been so many Chasing Amy references in the last couple of weeks?
Sorry about that.
Yeah, sorry.
It's Kevin Smith fan club kicking in. So Fitz, you look exactly like him. You go out into the body and they're all just there. They're gathered around the fire. They're sipping cocoa. The Baron, you can see, is upstairs on the sort of the balcony of the chalet having his meeting. And as soon as you walk out, they're like, "Oh, Sean, here you are. Yeah, you're right. Hey, play us a tune."
On the accordion.
So, as in the course of disguising yourself, you've inadvertently or otherwise triggered someone's obsession. Someone scored a point.
Fitz here. I've just scored a point for styling my hair or twirling my moustache.
So control of John now goes to open bid. So I'll get you all to bid for control again. Okay, what do you got?
2 for Mike.
0 for Fitz.
3 for Wegs.
Wegs, well done. You have control just as you've walked out into the common area of the chalet there, and you can see the old Baron upstairs. You've got the earpiece in your ear. You can hear the listening device of his meeting going on.
What do we?
What are you doing? They've just invited you to play the piano. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm quite around the office. I'm quite renowned for being able to type up reports pretty quickly.
Makes sense with the keyboard skills.
Yeah. I'm a keen keyboardist. Tinkled the old ivories in high school once or twice. I think I could bust out a quick rendition of like, "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday."
On a computer keyboard or a keyboard keyboard? On the baby grand in the corner.
On the
Stein.
I was trying to think the name of the
Steinway?
It's
Steinway?
Steinway. I think it's Steinway. Yeah.
Agent Steinway, she's still out in the snow.
Anything
Steinbeck.
you know about pianos, just leave us a 5-star review on your podcast service of choice and correct us on our piano usage.
Please do. Yes.
Casio keyboard? No.
Casio digital.
Casio
do the
keyboard.
thing where you
She's still
pretend
at
to
Jamaica
play.
Station. She hasn't been out in the field for a while.
Well done. You pretend to play, but you put it on one of the presets.
Oh yes.
All right, so you're soothing them using your immaculate touch typing skills.
Yes.
You think touch typing converts to piano playing?
Quite straight. Yes. Quite easily. Yes. Absolutely.
Do we think so?
Just as they're about to cotton on, I stand up and go, "Oh, that's quite enough for one day. Oh, it's really taken it out of me. Bear with me for a moment. Bear with me
I've
for
got
a
insurance on the fingers. I can't play outside of the conservatory.
That's right. It's actually it's intellectual property thing.
Yeah,
you wouldn't
yeah.
understand.
So if I play one more key, I'll be sued. Please don't sue me.
Sure. So in your ear, you can hear upstairs the meeting with Baron von
Yep.
Coldheart, and he's like, "Yes, well, I think we have a deal. We will have the Coldheart device to you shipped from my secret volcano lair very soon. It's been a pleasure doing business with you, Herr President."
No. And I
her
can find
president. Because they haven't had one of those yet in America.
I thought it was the president of hair. So lush.
There are many presidents across the world. I want to point that out to our listeners. It's not just America.
I thought we were in. Oh no, we're not. We're in Italy. Aren't we?
We're in Monaco.
Sorry.
You were. You're in
Monaco.
northern Italy now.
Are we in northern Italy?
Yeah, I gave you an atlas and everything.
Did you give me a passport though?
We're in the city of Andorra.
about it.
It's in northern Ohio. I don't know.
I find a quiet corner. Agent Goldtrack, are you getting all this?
It's one of my favourites.
What a throwback.
And she's like, "Oh, Agent John, I thought you were going to bail me out from the 20 gun-toting henchmen on the ski slope."
We can live in the past, or we can get with the times. Now, listen. Are you hearing what's going on? Her president is involved.
Oh, the hair president.
No, her president.
You didn't mean the president of Vital Sassoon.
Yes, she's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I can't believe that the president of some unknown country would be involved."
Keep listening and see if you can triangulate the coordinates or something.
Okay, what are you going to do?
Probably just hang out and hot chocolate. I don't know.
So, sure enough, you sit down and settle as the communications are going back and forth from the Coldheart bug. And you sit down there with your hot chocolate
Can
and
I
the
just
warm.
Can I interrupt and just ask? Can you get her to send someone to the slopes to find the naked man? I've gotten the guilt now.
This is your conscience that has to live with
And
this.
you know what? This is a consequence of your decision making.
Hey, I'm about to save the world. Okay, I've got this.
Sean never hurt anyone.
Then don't be sorry for the decisions you've made.
I pictured that before the radio transmission came through that she's standing over the body, this naked corpse in the snow. But
Corpse!
you left him there for hours. He's face down with the Union Jack outfit next to him. So she assumes that it's John and she's like shedding a tear. And then the transmission comes in and like, "Get with it, child."
You time-wasting idiot.
We've called her the wrong name for the 57th time.
I love it. I love it.
All right, so you sit down and the transmissions are coming and going, and gradually you're building up this information picture about where his lair might be located, and the soothing warmth of the fire and the
Casio
still coming from the baby piano is very soothing, and you find yourself drifting off to sleep.
Gently nodding off.
And I'll have you all bid for control, please.
3 from Mike.
None from Fitz.
and 0 from Wegs.
Ah, you're too nice to me.
All
Should have
right.
bid 1.
The first sense that returns as you regain consciousness is hearing. And you can hear the public address system. All members of Green Squadron, please report to Volcano Lair. All members of Blue Squadron, go to control. And it's like the start of Airplane where they start arguing with each other. Like, no, I said Green Squadron. What? Blue Squadron. It's a whole bit. We'll go into it later.
That's in Chasing Amy, right?
So the first sense that comes back when you regain consciousness is hearing, and the first thing you hear is this PA system that's like, all Blue Squadron members to report to duty room. And gradually your eyes open and you see this pristine, like polished concrete floored metal walls interior. As you go up to rub your eyes groggily, you find your arms are restrained by your sides, and looking around you can see that you're inside the body of a hollowed out volcano.
No!
And standing a few short steps away from you and cracking his knuckles aggressively is Small Task, with Baron von Coldheart just a few steps away from him. Well, Agent John. I think you thought that you could think about deceiving me, but I would never mistake anyone for my beloved Sean. And I am sure that they will happily exchange him for you in a prisoner exchange. I have you now.
What gave it away, Coldheart? Was it my action? Or was it my Aikido flip? And I flip, but I just flip myself in the chair onto my side. And I, for the love of God, post it.
It's like pop, like
Bonk. Slowly over.
Don't just look at me, post-it note, lift me back up.
And Baron von Collar is like, well, won't the joke be on you when I sell the Cold Heart device to my mystery buyer? And I get my beloved Sean back in exchange for you.
clearly he's been kidnapped. Who would hurt poor Sean?
Yes, I can't believe you savages would kidnap him. I hope he's being well kept, or else you will pay.
I guess it's lucky for me we treat him well. It cuts back to him, he's even like proper blue now. I love it. One eye open.
There's a small snow fox just like pulling at an arm.
Agent Klingback's just left in there. She hasn't even brought the body in.
She hasn't even covered it.
She's the best of our agency and she's still left.
There's kids' ski groups steering around. He's like upstretched arm above
He's
the
got
snow.
the red cross over the body bit, the poles, just to say there's a bit of a divot there, guys. Just stay around it.
Hasn't it?
Poor Sean.
I say to Coldheart, I'm like, well, because you've done yourself a mischief, Coldheart, and because you've fallen for my trap.
So, well, what trap would that be, John? The trap where you get slowly lowered into lava with my lava lowering machine?
You got one thing right. We're about to turn up the heat. And I squeeze all my muscles, expecting that some gadget will go off. And then we all just are left looking at each other.
He's confused. He's worried that you've had some kind of medical episode.
You just soiled yourself.
And sure enough, you're there. So Coldheart says, well, Small Task, give him a token of my disdain. And Small Task comes over and just does the big front hand, backhand slap across your face and starts dragging the chair across to a cage. It's a bit like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, you know, where they can...
Oh, Mum Javai.
Yeah.
Oh, Mum Javai.
Less.
Oh, Mum Shiva.
Less, less voodoo themed.
Yeah.
Although green team, Sean's team, you can see them all standing around going, "Hey,
Oh, Mum Shiva. Okay. Kalima! Kalima! Shakti de! Sorry.
Fucking help yourself.
I couldn't. Sorry.
all right. Okay.
30 days has September, June, April, and what's the go with March? Are you tired of being reliable? Sick of being punctual? If there was an easier way, well, now there is, thanks to Fitz Family Calendars. But how does it work? Let's take a look at the 3-step patented formula. First, it's a whiteboard with a very weak marker. Important event next Friday? That's a shame because it will be faded away in 2 days. Secondly, half the work is done for you when you flick to the next month because these dates, none of them are accurate. See you on the 33rd of October, Greg. And finally, the most important part. You and your partner are required to have your own calendars and are forbidden from ever colluding with information about an upcoming event. Thanks to Fitz Family Calendars, information accuracy and commitments will not bother you anymore.
Small task drags you over to this lava lowering device and undoes one hand and goes to clip it up into the thing, and he's slowly trying to transfer you across to the old lava dipping cage, which every volcano has, I presume. What are you going to do?
With one hand being released, I look at him in the eye and I say, lava, perhaps molten. Molten the hearts of this missus last night as we pushed our beds together. She was all after me. But anyone judo flip? And I judo flip him
By screaming judo flip.
Some of my martial arts get lost on even me.
Right, that sounds risky. I presume you're going to use your Steven Seagal flip skill.
Absolutely I am.
Okay, roll a dice for me. You can spend any willpower to boost the chance of this. Sounds pretty important.
I think you might need to win this one.
Never! I rolled a 6.
So, not only do you flip him, but you flip him so hard that you end up getting him into one of the restraints and yourself out of it.
That's
So
actually amazing.
It's incredible. It's even Sensei Seagal couldn't have done so well. She managed to lock him one arm in, and as you're slowly putting your second arm in, you say, I thought you'd have a witty retort.
Oh, no, I'd try and prep him. Go again.
All right, so you get him locked. You get him locked into the cage, and he's like, "You'll never get away with this. Baron von Coldheart will stop you. He'll stop the corrupt Western decadent governments." And he tries to shake his fist, but then he remembers it's locked in, so he just makes this like faint rattling noise. So you're in this little room, and you know that directly outside there's all the different patrols, those groups of guards in colour-coded tracksuits that seem to jog everywhere for no apparent reason, and there's little golf buggies on patrol. But you know somewhere in here is the Coldheart device. Still not exactly sure what it looks like, but you know it's a world ender, because it would have to be, or else we wouldn't make a film about it. What you can do?
I look around the room and I see these great big plain steel metal different contraptions with buttons all over them. Mm-hmm. One of them has a dial which talks about a core temperature.
Yeah. Yep, I know that one. The core temperature.
That one's
dial.
always in that room.
It's always there, and it's got it goes as you turn it up and down. That wasn't post. I did that myself.
I walk over and I grab hold of the huge red dial and I say, I look straight down the lens of the camera. I say, this reminds me of my time in the Ottoman because the ground here is about to shake. And I turn and I'm looking to create some big seismic interaction that'll get the ground rumbling.
Sure. So it's like almost as soon as you turn that dial to full, the old red spinny
And the
lights
klaxons
start
going.
going like, rip, rip. Set condition 1 throughout the ship. Set condition 1. Rip, rip. And core temperature detected. Please proceed to evacuation points. And all of a sudden, the pitter-patter of tiny boots outside escalates even further. What are you going to do now?
Well, my earpiece comes to life again, and I think it's Agent Athletics track. And she says, and I can hear her. She's like, John, what's going on? I think there's an earthquake happening out here.
John, I thought this was a dormant volcano. An awful lot of activity seems to be coming to light.
She's coming to life, dear.
I see some of the troops evacuating the mountain down the emergency escape luge track.
You need to understand, there's a weapon that can destroy the world in here.
She says, my God, not the Coldheart device.
So we need a gentle approach. So I'm going to destroy the volcano and everything in it. I'm pretty sure that will lay the device dormant.
She says, oh my God, John, I'll send the strike team in now.
I could have been wrong with this move, though.
And from outside, the camera cuts to outside, and you see all those ropes throw over the edge of the volcano. And all those guys come sliding down, firing two Sten guns from the hip as they slide down. And it becomes this battle where everyone is shooting at everyone, and you notice that every now and then a bloke falls over, and a guy from the other side falls over, and no one really gains the upper hand. It's just a bit of background.
And I can just walk around freely.
Yeah, no one stops you.
Shooting me.
But you do the sort of tactical run where you run, and then you stop, and you look left and right, and then you run again, but nothing ever comes close to you. So where are you heading for? Obviously, Baron Coldheart's control room is in that glass booth where you woke up, overlooking the volcano, or else who knows what's in the basement down near the...
So am I visible to him now? He's in this...
you can see him, but he's in a panic. He's on the red phone. He's pressing buttons on his control booth. He's doing all kinds of things. So there's a short flight of stairs that go up to the control room where he's sitting, and obviously he's now on his own because Small Task has left him.
I begin running, and there's people shooting at me from either side. And as I approach the stairs, there's like a balustrade, and I run and I try and slide up it. But obviously I don't move at all, and I just turn that into me holding the handrail and then shuffling slowly up the stairs.
Just a casual jog.
But after about 4 or 5 stairs, I'm starting to breathe real heavy. An agent tape deck can hear me as well, and she's like, "Are you okay, John? Are you hurt?" I'm like, "Oh," and I turn off my earpiece.
That thing they always do where they pull it out and just leave it hanging, and so the audience can still hear.
Yes.
Was that you, John? Come in, John. We've lost vital signs.
And as I get to the top of the stairs, I look across and I can see him through the glass, and I point at him and I shout something that's really cool, but it cuts to his view, and again you hear...
Was ist das?
And I take off one of my shoes, and it's activated the snowshoe, and I just throw it at the glass, so it just bangs off the glass in front of him. It's all just very disrespectful fighting.
And you put your foot back down, you're now slightly uneven because the shoe's got quite a big lift in it, so you're leaning at a few degrees angle. Sure, is the door to the control room open or locked?
It's locked, but as I'm rounding the bend and I'm looking at him, he can see me pressing all different buttons on my watch as I'm setting a trap. And even I don't know what this one does yet, but I have a feeling it'll come up later.
Don't tell me it's the laser tripwire trap.
It could be. It could be another one.
We'll find out.
I'm not even telling you.
I'm sure we'll find out when it suits your purposes. All right. So where are you going from here?
Around the bend, I approach the door, and as I mentioned, I'd run up the stairs. I'm a bit past my prime. I'm starting to feel a bit woozy. The room's shaking a little. There's debris falling, and I can still the klaxons behind me going, whoop, whoop, but then it starts to get real dim. And I slide my back against the wall. I slide all the way down till I'm on my bum, looking at his locked door, and I just decide to rest.
You mofo.
And you gradually drift off to sleep. And I will
I'm
have
tired from the stairs.
and I will have everyone make a bid for control, please. Okay.
0 from me.
1 from me.
And 2 for Wegs, the unfortunate, who gets to inherit this situation.
So Wegs, your hearing fades back in to hear the klaxon still going, and you slowly open your eyes to see your feet splayed in front of you with one shoe and one sock, and a little bit confused as to how that came about. You haven't got great recall of it. But through the glass door in front of you, you can see Baron von Coldheart in there. He's frantically pushing, flashing light buttons on the control panel, and he's answering a couple of phones. He looks like he's, a receptionist in a busy firm or something. He's very busy in there. He's not paying much
Things
attention to you.
Yeah. I look around, door to the control room.
Yeah, the door's right in front of you. It's a lovely glass door with a metal handle.
I grab the handle and push it.
It's locked.
Oh, damn, it was a pull.
I jiggle it a few times to make sure I'm using it right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's openable.
All right. I slump against the wall and go to sleep.
Well, I will say there is now that you're looking around, you can see down the bottom where you came up those stairs from. There's a sign that points up, control room, and it says down, secret weapon storage. So it seems like you could go further down than where
And
you
next
are.
to those is a glass breaker.
Warning, not to be used on control room doors.
Honesty system applies.
Yeah. I could stand here and waste time trying to get into the control room, or I'll just go and check out this secret weapon storage. I'm going to head down there and have a look and see what I can do.
Okay. So you go down and you pass through the middle of this firefight between the forces of good and evil.
Again,
Is
every
he coming
so
back
often.
down the same
Yeah,
stairs?
same
Yeah.
stairs.
Oh, no.
Still, no one's hit anyone.
Sorry.
The suspense is killing Fitz.
And you see there's the next flight of stairs that goes down again from that. So you're continuing down,
Yeah, why not?
and that brings you out onto a suspended catwalk above a giant turbine room, and there's the big thing, and nobody knows how volcano bases work, but that's the power. You know that.
If you've got an Emperor Palpatine problem, that's where you throw
That's
him.
right. And there's next to that, there's a big, it's almost like the door to a missile silo, like a big hatch. And there's a little control panel with it. And even from the height you're at, you can see there's a big red button. And it says, cold heart device, do not touch, self-destruct switch. But there's one of those little lift-up covers on it that you have to lift up.
So I can't just throw my other ski shoe at it from here?
Well, I don't know. If it's a great throw, maybe.
Oh, I'm not touching the dice. No.
So it's only, it's 2 more flights of stairs down, and there's a few guards milling around, but no one's really, they're all sort of looking nervously upstairs. I think they're all hiding from the firefight, to be honest.
Clever boys. I'm making my way towards the self-destruct button.
Okay.
I've got to self-destruct this this device, even though it's inside a volcano, which is also self-destructing.
Look, I really think you don't want to get too tied up. There's a big engineering scheme I could go through, but I won't bore you with
You're
it.
running past blueprints on your way.
It's very complex.
Are we allowed to use each other's skills at this point of the game?
Nah.
Shame.
Thanks for asking, though. So you run down and sure enough, the guards are kind of at one stage. One of the guards is like, "Oi, what's your authorization code?"
I say, authorize this, love, and I elbow him off the catwalk.
I thought
into the
somebody could have
volcano.
keto flipping.
His back hits this pallet of
Oh.
AK-47 cases, and he's lying there, sort of grievously injured.
Oh, that's Sean's brother. Oh no!
Oh, it's not Davis, is it? Oh God, Davis!
God, sorry.
Sean's wife's brother. That's got him the job in the first place.
It's terrible. Oh, so he's in a bad way down there.
He sure is. I've got a button to
feeling
push.
bad about killing henchmen. Yet you keto flipped some poor 60-year-old drinks lady at the beginning.
Well, she made her money off blood diamonds, so she was actually a terrible person.
If you read the mission briefing, you'd know that.
She was a terrorist thing.
So you run down and there's this button there, and there's the lovely clear cover there. Do not open. And underneath that's the self-destruct. Do not push.
I open it and I push it.
That's an egregious ignoring of
Violation,
signs.
yes.
And you thump the button down. You're gonna have to give me a roll to see if you can push the button effectively with your weak old man arms. Do you have any kind of skills that help you slam things?
Slam poetry.
Oh, if you've got slam poetry, say no more. We'll make that be a success.
Wow.
Problem solved. So you slam the button using your poetic talents, and you fly back upstairs as the speaker starts. The cold heart device is now self-destructing. Countdown 60 minutes. It's slowly doing the countdown the whole time. But you hobble your way back upstairs, and just as you do, from the volcano opening, you see a pink and peach coloured
Oh, thank God.
snowsuit. Yeah, which you're in a volcano, it's ludicrous, but you wouldn't be wearing a snowsuit. Come rappelling down. She's like, Agent John, thank God.
Yes, thank God. And thank me.
It's like, the cold heart device, have you found it? And at that moment you can hear. And every time it updates, it says, cold heart device self-destruct, 59 minutes and 59 seconds and 58 seconds. Cold heart device. It's just constantly repeating it over the air.
Well, it's important to know where we're at with
That's
these
exactly
things.
right. So she's like, have you dealt with the cold heart device?
I'm in the process of it. Calm down, will you?
Give me 58 minutes.
I think if you hold down the button, it skips forward faster.
Oh, yeah.
That's
it's
two
too
flights
late.
of stairs down there if you want to go back down. Stairs, even. 2 flights of stairs.
2 flights of scares is even worse. Though. That's the trap I said earlier.
Like William Shatner with a thing on the wing.
Oh, yeah.
That was 2 flights of scares.
That's good.
We'll cut this whole part.
Yeah, if we could.
No. Keep it. Twilight.
Yes,
let's get into the control room and arrest this fiend.
So you make your way back upstairs. You can take anything with you?
Maybe a submachine gun from a fallen soldier.
Right, so there's one conveniently dead extra just near the thing, and you take his. submachine gun with you. Okay. Tell me what's happening now.
Back up to the control room, over to the glass door. I can still see Dr. Von Coldfinger. What's his name?
Cold Heart.
Thank you. Frantically pressing buttons, a tap on the glass, the classic with the gun metal against it. Ding, ding, ding. Does he look around?
He does.
Excellent.
That was an enthusiastic wave.
Yes, a wave enthusiastic.
I've left my pass inside.
It's me, Sean.
Actually, do I still look like Sean at this point? No.
If you hid around the corner and disguised your voice, though, who knows?
Oh, good point.
Sure.
Open up or I'm shooting through.
He's like, "Nine, never. Capitalist
I'm
pig."
shooting through. I empty the bag at the...
So you do that. It does that thing like the bulletproof glass in the films where it all kind of stars up and then all of a sudden all falls out as one big sheet.
I've got one bullet left
Oh,
in the chamber.
Oh, wow.
Stroll up.
it's well timed.
Yeah, I know, right? It's almost like a blandish. Stroll up to... What's his name?
Cold Heart.
Oh my God.
An Agent Klingback. She's like, "Hey, John, we've got him. We can take him back. We can finally get him arrested and charged for his crimes against humanity. Like being an arms dealer and having a terrible German accent."
I go to hit him with the butt of the submachine gun to knock him out so we can more easily, subdue him. But as I wind back up, I clip myself in the temple.
Oh, no.
I grow faint, my knees grow weak,
Yes.
And your vision fades.
and my vision fades.
All right. I'll have you all bid for control, please.
1 from me.
2 from Fitz.
And 0 from Wegs.
All right. So, Fitz, you regain consciousness still with a submachine gun in your hand and Agent Klingback shaking your shoulder and Baron Coldheart in front of you. Still just verbally assaulting you. "No, you're fine. You serve a corrupt and decadent Western system." System.
System buzz. Shish kebab. You know what? Straight to it. You're under arrest, Cold Heart, for crimes against humanity and fashion. And
Man who wore a Union Jack snowsuit.
Next to someone wearing pink and peach.
yeah, take him into custody. I'm sure that Kling Film has some sort of cable ties or something like that.
Sure.
she can put
She's
around
American. They always have
him. Right,
stuff.
let's go. Which way's out of here?
Okay, so you go back in the volcano layer. There's 2 ways out. There's
Right.
the zip lines that come in from the top, or there's the emergency escape luge that she referred to earlier.
Ooh, I do like the sound of that.
I don't like your odds of climbing a rope at 70.
Yeah.
So you get there and you find there's these little one-man luge sleds that you sit on, and it's on wheels and it goes down a little metal track.
Yeah.
And it ends in the lovely tourist resort that's just at the base of the volcano, packed with people.
But you have to go through the gift shop.
Tens of thousands of people there, just at the base of that volcano, right at the very base.
Yeah.
No one cares. It's fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. They're lava proof. All right, so you get on the luge. You throw Cold Heart on the luge and you put him on face first, just so it's double scary for him.
Strap him to the top.
He goes zooming off. Now there's only one luge cart left.
Right.
Don't lose your bowels.
Klingback looks at you, and you got me doing it now. Klingback looks at you, and she's like, "John, but there's only one luge cart left. What will we do?
We can't.
I can't lose you.
We can't fit in the luge together.
There's one luge cart. There's no other way apart from if someone was brave enough to slide down the hill, maybe some kind of skiing. I could take the luge, and you could
What is it?
do something else."
Jump in there, honey. What's I can't think of anything smart like smoke me a kipper. I put her before I grab her, do the big superhero kiss, plant the big, probably didn't ask for consent.
Did you want to be
I was
kissed?
going to say she sort of turns away from you.
Yeah,
and
no
getting
consent, no
the
anything.
side of an ear and a jaw.
Slurp the ear and just go, smoke me a kipper, put her in the luge and I send her
Now
on her way.
departing. And push kick her down the luge.
All right. So how are you going to get out?
So I'm looking around.
Because now the volcano's rumbling and rocks are rolling down the outside, and you can see up above the plume of smoke going up through the volcano.
So this
mouth
is an exit out onto the mountainside.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I look around just before I think I'm going to ski down this using some ski skills. But then I look around, and sitting over there next to the equipment is, lo and behold, a motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. The one, it's up on a hoist. It's in bits. It's not working.
No, the one behind that.
No, that's the one they've taken the bits from to fix
Is there
the other
any
one.
type of vehicle in this room?
No.
Like some sort of...
There's a set of skis.
Fine.
Maybe
There's
one
a
of the emergency
surfboard.
doors. You can lay a door down.
Yeah. All right. I grab a pair of skis, and as I clip them on, ready to go. But then as I look, just off to the side at the edge of the luge is you know how a luge turns around and you know, the side goes up and all that. The snow has packed there, and you could almost say it looks almost like a jump.
Ski jump.
A ski jump.
Amazing. Good job I forced you to wear those skis.
Yes. So you know what I do? I grab those skis, and instead of going straight down, I go straight down towards the ski jump.
Okay.
And I'm flying towards the ski jump. And just before I get to the ski jump,
Sorry, continue.
just before I get to the ski jump, and I'm about to go off it, I decide to, you know what's cool? Lighting yourself on fire.
So the emergency flare that you've
The emergency
got in the
flare
pocket
I've
of the
got,
suit?
I'd light both of them, crack them open, throw down the gun, hold them out sideways like
Yep.
a big star, and go straight over the jump like that for
Okay.
all the crowd to see.
It's such a dangerous suit to be wearing as well. 'cause
It's polyester.
Yeah.
It's 100%
Polyester,
they'll
whatever.
melt
It's
to you.
it's a dangerous stunt that I'm doing.
All right. Have you got any willpower you want to spend to try and make this an easier check for you? Because I think we'll call this your skiing skill. It's close enough to skiing.
I don't.
Okay, roll it for me.
So to make sure this works, 2.
So as you hit the ski jump there, the front of your skis just bite in, and you start tumbling down this hill. And you're going absolutely face down, gathering speed, still with the flares in your hands. And control's going to change because we've actually met someone's obsession as well.
Fitz here. I've just scored 3 points for doing an Evel Knievel style stunt jump.
So let's have a bid for control.
5 from Mike.
0
Whoa.
from Fitz.
1 from Wegs.
All right, Mike. Tell me about what you're going to do here. You've just absolutely bitten it, and you're standing near the edge of this former ski jump. Your skis are snapped. There's that broken emergency exit door just a few steps away, like you said. But
And that's it. I'm looking around for debris, and I see the emergency exit door, and I run over, and I do it like I have 1 foot on it. I slide it out in front of me a tiny bit, like a skiffle board, and then I run and jump on it, and I begin surfing the avalanche of debris that's coming down the side of the volcano, heading down towards the cabin. Everyone is watching me as I attempt this.
attempt is the key word, I think. Do you want to roll me a dice?
I do. I may have spent all of my willpower.
Sure.
What do you need from me?
Sounds like a 6 to me.
We've got this.
You got it, baby.
Oh,
I
amazing!
made you sit here all night.
I genuinely cannot. No, the worst part is people are going to think we edited that now.
It's not. That's
Genuinely
a pure,
I
brilliant.
sipped when I spent 5. I should have spent 2 and then saved the rest to
that's
get the
a
roll.
pure
Oh,
skill roll.
unbelievable. All right. Well, fantastically. You surf perfectly. You're using the little viewing window as 1 foothold and the door handle as your other foothold to stay on the board. And you're skimming and skiing your way. There's rocks tumbling past you. And after a certain point, you start overtaking the rocks as you're accelerating down this hillside towards this resort. And you actually see that you're now beginning to overtake the luge car that Klingback is in. And she's sort of done the big double take at you as she's seen you go past. And
How am I better at skiing than you?
I
What's
don't
your
know.
skill?
I don't know.
you've actually met someone's obsession by doing that. So we're going to change control again.
Oh my god.
Mike again. That's 3 points for surfing a wave of falling objects.
So let's have a bid.
0 from Mike.
0 from me.
And 1 from Wegs.
And that's your last one, isn't it, Wegs?
Second last one, I got 1 more.
Or you can use it on a roll.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, I think everyone else is out. So I think we're very, very close to the end here.
Yeah, so I get that feeling.
So you're still, you blink your eyes, you focus now in the bright sunlight, and it's suddenly getting very hot in your ski suit, given that you're on the side of this volcano.
Yeah.
You're plummeting down towards the tourist resort beneath you.
Yep.
You can see off to your side Agent Klingback on her luge escape craft, and just a few ahead of her, the hog-tied Baron von Coldheart making your way down. What What do you do now?
Well, you're right. It is getting hot. I take off the Union Jack snowsuit.
As you're still sliding down the hill?
Yeah,
Of course,
quite
fair enough.
easily.
Makes
but
sense.
I can't bear the thought of it being destroyed, so I zip it back up when I've taken it off, and I use it as a flag. So I'm sailing into this resort full of like Frenchmen and Italians,
Yep.
waving the Union Jack, singing
In your underpants.
in my underpants, singing "Rule Britannia."
It's coming home. It's
I love that you start flying it as well, and you're like, oh, I almost flew it upside down. Savages.
Oh.
And flipped it over to
Yeah,
hold it by
yeah.
the left arm instead of
Yeah.
the right.
Yeah.
All right. So you ski, you sail down this.
Oh yeah, and I've brought it home. I'm standing there waiting for the luge.
And unfortunately,
arrive.
just before you get to that, just as you're getting through the tourist resort, you know there's that big cliff drops up where the locals go cliff diving into the water all the time.
Oh yes.
So what are you going to do? Are you going to avoid that? What's the plan?
No, I'm going straight over the edge of the cliff. It's into water and it's fine. In fact, I'm still holding my jumpsuit, my snowsuit. It's not a parachute.
No.
It'll do in a pinch.
Sure.
I hurtle. I actually have the choice for a second there. I can try and sort of twist what I'm skiing and bring it to a halt, but that seems uncomfortable and I'm very tired. So I'm going straight.
I could do with a dip.
So I'm going straight over
Straight over the edge. All right.
straight over the edge, singing "Rule Britannia."
But you mentioned you're quite
So,
tired.
so
as you
just
go
to be
over the
clear,
edge.
this image of this aging, grey-haired old.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Sean
Flabby.
Connery in the
Yeah.
rock style age,
Yeah, yeah.
naked,
Yeah.
waving
Well,
a
I'm
Union
wearing-
Jack.
he's wearing his underpants.
Sorry, tidy
Oh, this
whities.
isn't-
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saggy, tiny.
Saggy,
yeah.
tidy white, grey chest hair,
Yeah.
waving the Union Jack
Yeah.
on a door.
Yes.
Were we on?
Emergency
Skiing
exit
down
door,
there?
though.
Jumping over the edge of the cliff.
Everyone is so
Towards-
confused watching it.
Towards the water, yeah.
And there's
there's the volcano vibrating. Yeah, the whole place is.
There's people in the chalet drinking their mulled wine going, what is happening?
Yeah. Why is this man? Why do the English always do this on holiday? All right, so you go sailing off the
Yeah,
edge.
sailing off the edge. It's
It's
magnificent.
Like,
It's,
it's
a
like
thing
you're
of beauty.
base jumping or skydiving without a parachute.
It's
And just like that,
exactly like that.
We've met someone else's obsession.
Hey, it's Wegs. I've scored 3 points for skydiving sans parachute.
So, as you launch yourself into open air and you feel the freeing release
Yeah.
of
The wind through my tidy whities.
the
Yeah.
wind through your chest hair, Union Jack cracking, billowing ahead, you just slowly fade out of consciousness. And no one's got anything to bid for control, so I'll take over.
Please do.
So you go plummeting with the force of a 100-kilogram stone driving into the ocean. And for a long time, there's just this giant splash that you've landed. And after a little while, the Union Jack jumpsuit floats up to the surface. And the next thing you see is Agent Klingback running towards the edge of the cliff, strips off her snowsuit and dives in a Stars and Stripes bikini. A few minutes after she hits the water with a perfect triple tumble, quadruple axel swan dive, she comes up, dragging you, and you're coughing and spluttering, and as she takes you over to the beach.
There's a door. The emergency exit door floats up as I slowly regain consciousness after the mouth-to-mouth she's given me. I think, listen, Rose, I'll be Jack. There's room on this door for 2 of us.
How does this come up in every podcast?
Don't
let this be our thing.
The last time I saw Titanic, it was at the cinema. Why is... Oh my God. All right. So,
But that was 2 weeks ago at a special screening that we
yeah, that's the fortnightly screening that we run.
Out of your bed.
The flashing badge of Titanic.
Experience.
Sing along.
All right. So, let's. I'll just take score briefly if I can. The volcano is erupting. The cold heart device is probably destroyed. The Baron is hogtied on the end of a luge route. It sounds like your mission is sort of mostly complete. There's a tourist village of 5,000 people we don't need to concern ourselves with. That wasn't the mission.
Irrelevant.
And I won't be doing the paperwork if that's what you're getting to.
And what about Agent Klingback? Is she still as disinterested in you, or is this the classic James Bond? She's paddling the door off as the rescue helicopters come in.
She's come around, but it's not even the rescue helicopters. We both fall back under the water, and then all of a sudden we're sitting in a submarine, a little sub. We're clinking martini glasses.
It's just got like shag pile carpet.
It's like velour seating inside this little
excellent.
sub.
And it's like one of those 1970s conversation pits.
Yes,
where
yes. And it's a glass wall, so there's fish all over it.
How is there a fireplace? Fireplace in the middle.
And I'm sure one of you has something witty to say at this point.
Oh no!
He pulls a bottle of champagne out of the ice bucket. He pops the top and says, "Prepare to go down, bubble," and begins pouring it.
Yeah.
It's the what is it? End of Spy Who Loved Me or something, where the distressed speaking is like, Bond, can we rescue your Bond? And he reaches over and turns the radio. He's like, they can wait another week.
Wait, I've got one.
Okay.
Where he reaches across and he grabs the champagne out of the champagne bucket full of ice, and it cuts to the view down the camera, the barrel of the gun, and just do and pans across, and then I face the champagne towards it, you go and shoot the champagne straight at it, and it does the red down the ice.
The bubble, it just does bubbles down the screen.
Yeah.
And then I put my arm around her.
Yeah.
Magnificent.
And she shuffles
recoils.
across.
She goes again.
Visibly recoils as it fades to black.
People argue over whether or not
I'm
she was...
sick of reporting this to HR. We are work colleagues here.
My husband works in this organisation.
You are 35 years older than me.
Zooms out a tiny bit. The HR lady is on the couch with us.
Magnificent. All right. Well, I think this is only going to get worse if I let you go on, so I'm going to conclude your adventure there.
Thank
Yeah, I
God.
would count this as a win.
I count
Can
it
it
as
play
a-
credits for a little bit, and then halfway through the credits, it cuts to Sean decaying in the snow still?
No, the next summer, the snow is
A
thawing.
mountain biker goes over him.
You see this policeman in the high vis vest. He's like, yeah, no, we found him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
No,
that penis
someone-
who went missing.
Someone tell the family. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terribly sad.
Can't
And it
believe
cuts to the old phone ringing in their home.
Oh, and she's been baking. Oh, she comes out of the kitchen and she's got the 1950s apron and says, Sean, let that be you.
In 1995.
Yeah.
The spy films are not an era that grew up very quickly. Anyway, I apologise if you've had to listen to all of this. I hope you've had fun. We have all had a lot of fun. It got very ridiculous very quickly. And the spy work got an awful lot better between episode 1 and episode 2. So that week off did you all the world of good. Thanks very much for playing.
Fitz.
Wegs.
And Mike.
And I'm going to tell you the scores from that round. Fitz, last, 5 points.
That's pretty good.
Mike, second last, 6 points. Wegs, 9 points.
Oh, my word.
Wow.
Them's the breaks, kid.
It's all about the obsessions.
It's very true.
Pick
That,
3 pointers.
it's very true that Wegs is the greatest of secret agents. So we'll see you
Wouldn't go that far.
next time. As always, if you've enjoyed the podcast, I'll get you to write us a review on your
Recount.
podcast service. No recounts.
Recount!
I'll get you to demand a recount on by doing a 5-star review on our podcast. So if you disagree with the scoring, leave us a review. Let us know. If you think the scoring's perfect, leave us a review. Let us know.
Can you imagine the in-universe reviews for this?
Oh, it's gonna
the
be
different characters along that.
Hello, I'm the operational controller of MI6, and
I
this
was
is not.
flipped into a table.
I'm Sean's now adult son.
I'm an elevator repairman.
So please, as always, if you've enjoyed the episode, leave us a review on your podcast service of choice. They really help us out an awful lot. In-universe reviews are our favourite, and we read out our favourites at the start of the episode. As we've said, one from Sean's family mourning his loss, or an old lady who got assaulted in the casino for no apparent reason.
A mechanic finding a dead snake in an air vent. In a Mercedes Vito van.
Just anything you want, that would be great. We always enjoy reading them. We have a Discord for the podcast that is the best place to get your insight into the future and how to change what we're doing or what we're not doing. You can shape what's coming up. We have a Patreon that's going, which does lots of behind the scenes stuff, both for the podcast and the Flashing Badger painting channel, which as always, you should be watching on YouTube. And coming up next, we're going to have an entirely new RPG, an entirely new adventure for you. So tune in next time and find out what it is. Thanks again for joining us. Catch ya.
Legend speaks of a man who saved